All right, ladies and gentlemen, I am General Lotz, and today we're to be taking a look at Singularity. I'm going to be joined today by Triple X Medic, hopefully, once he gets his technology sorted out, and also by Darth Chihiko, hopefully.
Hello, everybody.
What I'm talking about.
Yep, I hope it doesn't. At least it shouldn't.
So, technology being what it is, I mean, we did not pray enough to it, I think. Okay, I think we got Triple X in here. At least his logo is showing up. I've not done like a multi-stream call in a long time.
You broke it.
Wow.
Ah, there we go. We got him. We have kidnapped Triple X and put him in the wasp room.
Wait a minute, why am I the one kidnapped?
Because you're late by like 1 second. So you must pay the ultimate price. All right, so today we're taking a look at Singularity. This is like, I think, Raven Software's last game. This is just slop. It's like you got 2-weapon rule, regenerative health, dystopian government, the same thing you'd expect from any game from 2010. And Cyrus, yesterday I was busy putting up 2 shelves, and when I basically had this entire room in a state of disarray, I thought I'd go ahead, clean everything, throw out any kind of garbage. I literally found under my bed some ripped up old sheets. I have no idea why they were there, but they were. And so I threw them straight in the garbage. So I worked from 11:30 in the morning till 9:30 at night on this bloody place.
So what you're saying is it you only have your shelf to blame for yesterday's missed stream?
2 shelves. 2
Oh my.
shelves. All right, so let's just get started at the game. So this is basically like Wolfenstein, but with like Russians. I mean, so no change there. Uh-oh.
It's Ivanstein.
Pretty much. We've got Stephen Blum as the narrator.
Ooh.
So this is actually a pretty alright game, but it's still pretty much just slop. Once you see the actual gameplay, it's not that spectacular. You know? It's not bad, but it's kind of like, you know, today the third-person multiplayer co-op shooter is basically all that's made today. So...
Yeah.
I thought this was the intro screen for the Blue Sky app.
Wait a second.
I thought this was the intro screen to the Blue Sky app.
Might as well be.
Hello, Chico. By the way, I didn't mean to be rude when everyone was greeting.
Oh, you're good. I don't think you were here when we were doing the greeting yet.
That's because General kicked me out.
I didn't kick you out. It was the computer, I swear. That's one of those things. It's like we now got like a whole full house in the stream again for the first time in like 5 years. So it's kind of cool. So Chihiko here and Triple X don't know each other, so I'm sure that's very nerve-wracking. But hey, welcome to my world. I don't know anybody.
Right.
I don't even know who I am.
Who are you? And what have you do with John?
My name's actually Hank Hill. Wait, no.
Oh, fair enough.
That boy ain't right.
Let's see. That's...
So basically, Katorga 12, they're like inventing like super uranium to take over the world. When in all reality, all they had to do was basically infiltrate the institution. I mean, we're not going to be political today. We'll try not to be, at least. Oh my god, look at it. It's the scar. Every game had the scar back in 2010. Everybody wanted one back then.
Fair enough.
The Scar and the XM8 were like pushed so hard in video games.
Like they really wanted to sell them. I wanted a scar, but I ain't paying no $3 grand for a 308 battle rifle. Ain't gonna happen. Oh my god, I was wrong. It was the Soviet Union all along. I know. I mean, that is such a 2010s rifle. I mean, look at the size of that optic. And also, the dude has the finger on the trigger, and he's pointing the rifle in my direction. It's like... Did he ever, like, graduate from basic?
Probably not.
I mean, his name's Devlin, so you got to give some, like... he barely passed basic. You can't expect trigger discipline.
Standards, man. They just keep getting lower and lower.
Buckle himself in the helicopter.
That's true. He wasn't buckled in. What a dumbass. No loss there.
Cyrus wants to know what your name means.
Whose name?
Your name. What does Chico mean?
Chihiko?
Yeah.
Chihiko, you know the Old Republic MMO?
I'm not the one asking. Cyrus is the one asking.
All right, well, the Old Republic MMO, they had I couldn't figure a name, so I just hit the random name generator, probably good 15 times, and Chihiko came up. I was like, oh, Chihiko, that works. So that's why I picked Darth Chihiko.
I figured you were just a Metal Gear Solid fan and a Star Wars fan.
Star Wars fan, yes. Metal Gear Solid, I have not played.
Yeah, I never really got into Metal Gear myself.
That joke was a bit of a reach for me. I'm sorry.
I never really got into the... You all gone?
No, I got the emulator on my iPhone called Delta, and I finally re-beat the hardest stage, if you ask me, of Shadows of the Empire, which is the speeder bike stage. I finally beat it again last night.
Did you use touchscreen controls for that?
No, I had my PS5 controller Bluetooth.
It's like, oh my god, that would be hard. Yeah, it's not easy. You kind of got to get used to it to really get it right. In the late 90s, early 2000s, everybody had, oh yeah, the individual combat weapon. Yeesh. Oh crap, I don't know what pad 6 is. There we go. This is not the best PC port. It's like pad 2. What is that? Is it B? Is it A? Now,
it's
General Lotz, for those who don't know, actually comes from a fanfic I made. It was actually, I'd forgotten about that until Chainsaw brought it up the other day. Like, wasn't that from a fanfic? Yes, it was. My conceited fanfic. Where I basically came up with this super character version of myself. I was 18, so I can use that as an excuse. You know? Uh-oh, don't rescue him. I know how this game ends. We rescue this stupid guy, and we basically turn the United States into the Soviet Union. About 30 years early.
I always just assumed that, like, some soldier ran into, like, a briefing room and says, "We're running out of generals." And someone's like, "No, we're not. We have lots of generals."
No, it was... I was deep into like KOTOR 2 back when I was like 18 because it'd come out in 2005 when I was 16, and I really liked that game. I was like, man, what if I was in it? I could like stop all the bad shit from happening. I was like, well, wait a minute. Like, I could become general? Because they call you general in KOTOR 2, so it's like, that's kind of where that came from.
Oh, okay.
And that's just stuck ever since.
Thanks for just driving a Russian tank all across my joke there, General.
Hey, you know, that's what I do. You gotta held a general's rank, right?
I'm the captain now. I don't have to take this.
Yeah, you know, it's how it goes.
Most part, when we were playing Left 4 Dead, you would lead the way.
It's like Rangers lead the way. Ugh, Rangers lead the way, right? We got to try to do a co-op game. Although I think Triple X, you still stuck on a console and not a. I think you have a PC, right?
I do, but it's the furthest thing from a gaming PC or laptop.
Damn. Well, you know, you could always build like a cheapo corpo PC and still be able to run a few co-op games.
I can play the Oregon Trail.
I mean, I guess that works, but something that doesn't run on punch cards. Although, how many punch cards would you need to run like the Apple IIe version of that? I wonder.
Christ.
A lot.
And yeah, Raven Software did want this to be good, but they cut it down for the console crowd.
I got like massive magnetic tape like machines in the back.
You know,
Looks like that scene out of War Games.
Yeah, those things. My great uncle, he was great, but like familial great. You know, like my grandmother's brother. He had a bunch. He had basically the entire. I think it was the entire Bible on reel-to-reel tape.
Oh.
And like it took up an entire wall of his house.
Didn't know that was possible.
He basically his house was essentially a giant library, and I wanted to like take all of his books. When sadly he left us back in 2017, 10 years ago. What's pad 3? How do I pick this up? No. I'm like hitting every button. It's not Y. R. That's how you do that? I'm like going to use the keyboard and the controller. A Bible Game Boy cartridge. Oh, man.
Oh, there actually was, though.
But who's going to read the Bible on their Game Boy? Like, that just seems like a strange thing to have. But, hey, you know what? Whatever.
I went to Catholic school and they had all those edutainment games that had like the Bible verses and like it was a platformer and you had to rescue like letters that spelled like Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John.
To overcome the spider's curse, simply quote a Bible verse of thou shalt not. Oh. Okay, so this is a weird gun that we get in this game. It's where you dump out the cylinder. Why?
A pistol?
Here's the thing. You know why you wouldn't design a gun like this for real? It's way cheaper to manufacture a magazine. So there's no reason why you would ever design anything like this. And I take back everything I said about this game in the first part. I'd actually forgotten. This is still a real game, and not a garbage slop game. It's just been so long since I played it that I kind of forgot. Like, you do have a health bar. You can upgrade your weapons. Yeah, it's still a 2-weapon rule, but this is actually not as bad as I remember. So, yeah, I don't really... this game's actually pretty good. I take it back. I take it back. You can tell there's some fear vibes in this, where, like, there's ghosts. Eek.
I see a bit of Bioshock in it, too.
Yeah, there's that. You could actually find, like, audio logs in this that talk about how terrible it is to live on Katorga 12. But again, that's just the Soviets, you know? Metro 2033, I never played any... Actually, no, I take that back! 10 years ago, I played the first game's first release and thought it was 100% depressing and never came back to it in the intervening time. I read the
played
first...
Last Light.
Wait, go on.
I played Last Light. It was actually pretty good.
I read the book and thought it was depressing and never came back to it. It's always kind of funny. Wait, go on.
I said, oh, that Artyom. Always trying to blow some shit up.
So, one of my exes was a big fan of Metro 2033, named her dog Artyom. So, yeah. And also spent $80 on a copy of one of those Metro books. I can't remember which one it was. But she basically got into this bidding war with somebody over a specific version of the book. Not just a copy to read, no, a specific version, so all the books on her shelf would be exactly the same.
Fascinating.
Yeah. It was a woman after my own heart, but oh well, such is life.
Oh, come on, aim the frickin' hell pod.
But I'll be perfectly honest, I don't think I'd ever pay that much money for a book. But I will admit, I have gone back to like a half-price bookstore and I've rebought copies of a book I've already had just so I can have one in better condition, like without the spine all ripped up.
Yeah, fair enough.
Stabbing Westward. Yeah, I've listened to them myself a little bit. They're not really my favorite, though.
I love the song they did for the Duke Nukem game.
I don't even remember it, to be honest.
Yeah, I remember one of the Duke games had a song that was used in the promo for it.
Oh, okay.
It was at the time where, like, when having actual artists do specific songs was like considered like mind-boggling. Now it's just the norm.
Yeah, pretty much. I know that Sum 41 did a song for the Duke Nukem PS1 game. I won't become the thing I hate. Like, I'm not really sure Duke Nukem had to worry about that, but okay.
Okay, so you remember the game The Suffering, yeah?
Yeah, I'm gonna stream that for, I almost said Thanksgiving. Because when I think Thanksgiving, I think of The Suffering.
That game and the Marilyn Manson album, The Golden Age of Grotesque, pairs perfectly, almost syncs perfectly to each chapter of the game.
Wow. Man, Marilyn Manson. $100 for a book. Shit.
Damn.
I don't think I'd ever pay that. I mean, there was a time when you couldn't get a copy of that Conan Marie's Technical Manual, and I used to find them on Amazon back when Amazon was really relevant for finding books, for like $50, $60. I refused to pay it! And then one day I found it at a half-price bookstore for $10.
I saw my copy.
Wait a second.
I saw my copy.
Is it an original or is it a reprint?
Ooh, good question. I don't know.
Because the originals, I don't think were ever released in the US. Because mine has the British pounds sterling on the back. I actually got a really good deal. I got a really good score of James Bond books for super cheap. Because they literally did not have a price on there. And they gave me like this giant stack of James Bond books for like $20.
It's not bad.
I'll tell you, James Bond's first adventure in Casino Royale. Oh man, that's a hard book to read. I'm gonna spoil it. Spoil a 80-year-old book for you. James Bond gets captured by like the bad guy, the Chief, or the Numbers, I think is what his name is. And he gets tortured by having his dick constantly hit with a carpet duster. It's like, that is a hard chapter to read.
They did that in the movie with Daniel Craig as well.
Oh, they did? I never saw the movie because I didn't like Daniel Craig, so.
Honestly, Casino Royale was one of the better Craig Bond movies.
The only one I've ever seen is Skyfall. I liked that movie though because it had the not Sean Connery guy in it. The guy that's trying his level best to be Sean Connery, but like a knockoff. Welcome to Scotland.
Welcome to Scotland, you stupid bastard.
He doesn't say stupid bastard, but he basically says it like that and then shoots a guy with a double barrel. It's a pretty good movie. I mean, it's the only one of his that I like.
Anton Chigrin.
No, that doesn't sound like that.
The guy from No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, I like that movie.
The Skyfall was a good movie too.
Let's see. Have you played Undying or Jericho? No, I have not. I have both on my hard drive, but I never got around to them. I do want to play Jericho, though, at some point, though, because that's a more straightforward first-person shooter than Undying. The Dollars trilogy has a bunch of novels. There's actually a bunch of novels for, what the hell is that? Dirty Harry. Dirty Harry has a whole bunch of books, but they're really depressing. I read, like, the first one and didn't really get back to the series.
All right, Dirty Harry versus what the hell was his name?
Paul Kersey.
Nah, I can't think of his name. He was in the oh my god, I just completely had a brain fart. That movie with Charles Bronson where he's like a vigilante.
Yeah, Paul Kersey. The Death Wish.
Yeah, Death Wish. Thank you.
Yeah, but the character's name is Paul Kersey, though.
Oh, my bad.
Oh, here's the
All right, who
slow-mo.
wins?
The Codmo. Rusty the Boy Robot. That sounds really stupid, right? But it had a really awesome TV show that had not Hank Williams, not John Williams, Tom Hanks. There we go. Tom Hanks's brother as like the main character, voiced the main character, and the woman who
Hanks
voiced
Williams.
Bobby Hill as Rusty the Boy Robot. It was a pretty good show. It not only that, but it had Arlie Ermy as like the gunny in it.
Oh.
Rest in peace.
Yeah, I do miss the gunny. He was awesome.
I miss Mel Call.
Yeah, I grew up with that show. Oh crap! I
Oh my
already
God.
heard. What's Pad 11? I don't know what Pad 11 is. I don't have. Is there 11 buttons? Oh, here we go. That's D-pad up. John Woo Stranglehold. No. Recently, I've been playing a lot of PS3 games. You know, I might have a awesome, gaming computer here, but the best way to play Dragon Age Origins is to emulate it with PCSX3, so you can have controller support.
PCSX3.
Yeah, or RPSS, whatever the fuck it's called.
Same difference.
Because the UI scales a lot better. The UI in the PC port does not scale at all to 2K. Like, you can't see it. You can't read it. And there's no controller support at all. And honestly, the controller, playing it with a controller is way better. Oh yeah, there is a game I'm looking forward to actually acquiring legally called Gunmetal. It's this really cool mech game that's on GOG. There's no other alternative ways to get it, unfortunately. Or fortunately, whichever way you look at it. But it's a really awesome mech game that really no one really cares about.
Sounds like a lot of mech games, unfortunately.
I know, it's crazy. Like, do people not care about stompy robots? Are people really that virginal? I mean, wait, no, I can't say that. I mean, as we all know, chicks dig giant robots. At least the good ones.
Just noticed something in this game. The amount of flame coming out of the NPC's rifle there. What were they thinking?
Awesome is probably it. It's
I
like,
don't know why. But it's always funny when like if you have no gun experience, you just assume that you get these massive fireballs every time you fire.
or maybe they went down to the local urban range and everybody had Dracos. I mean, there's that. Nudge, nudge, hint, hint.
Yeah, like, is this all Dragon's Breath?
I
I
mean,
think so.
actually, you know what? Here's the thing. I won't actually dunk on the Draco. I'll never forget this. One day I was at the local pistol range, which is where I mainly shoot. And a guy brought in a braced 308 with, I swear it had to be like a 6-inch barrel. I know it wasn't, but oh my god. Every time this guy fired off this 308, it was like a bomb going off. Had about 4 foot of flame coming out of there. It was
That
very
sounds awesome.
It sounds awesome, but when you're there, you're like getting deafened and blinded. It's like,
Oof.
oh dears.
Can you please stop flashbanging us?
Now, my grandfather, back when he used to reload cartridges, he made the most full house 357 Magnums. Like, this it won't break your wrist, but it'll come close. And he would shoot that out of a 3-inch Ruger SP-101. He actually won a couple competitions with that, but oh my god, it was like a flashbang in your hand. He was like, yeah, there's 4 foot of flame coming out of there. It's like, I know, I can hear it. It used to give me a headache to shoot. To put this in perspective, when I shot it out of a rifle, because I have a 357 Magnum lever gun, it actually gave me a lot of appreciable recoil. Whereas if you just shoot like regular 357, you get nothing. Like, these were the most full power rounds you could ever imagine. They're pretty awesome, I will admit. You just wouldn't want to be around them, though.
Understandable.
Like how we can stop time with the scope. We can have, like... We can just destroy the space-time continuum just so we can shoot slightly better. I mean, that seems legit.
Hey, why not?
I used to always kind of get mad when they would do the whole like hold breath, and you'd get like 2 seconds, and then your cursor would just start going crazy. Like,
Yeah.
I can hold my breath for more than 2 seconds before like my scope starts swaying.
You would think. I guess he's just tired. I like how we
And you're
can't
not
open that
supposed to
thing
hold
until he does.
He had holding breath training that day.
And yeah, a hot load of 44 Magnum, yeah, that will rack you back a bit. Dirty Harry versus Cobra. I think that would actually have a lot of good comedy potential. It's like Cobra's like this loose cannon, and Dirty Harry's like, come on, man, you can't just do that.
How about Cobra versus Snake Plissken?
I don't know. Is Snake really that good of a fighter, though?
He's a
I don't
great
think so.
basketball player.
This is true. Let's see. Oh yeah, my copy of Neuromancer is a more modern one. Because that's the one I acquired legally. I mean, yes, always acquired legally. Alright, so we got our weapons upgrade system that is seen in literally everything. I like how we don't even have a keyboard command for that. We have to... controller command, okay. Clip upgrade. What's the clip? I don't know what a clip is.
Why do they call it a clip when it's a magazine?
The only
Because
thing I
it's
can think of
stupid.
is they think like it clips into the gun or something.
I bought
Actually got
the
some-
ODST pack for Helldivers.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I gotta buy Helldivers one day because it does look like a fun game.
Are you
It
going to
is.
spread sports democracy?
Exactly.
Good man.
A magazine for a pump shotgun. Those exist now. Mossberg makes them. But I just never got around to it. I'm just not a big shotgun guy anymore. It's because I don't really have a place to shoot them. I mainly just shoot pistol caliber carbines. Specifically 45 ACP.
Ooh, you just reminded me of something. Good news, everyone.
Oh crap.
The McClurkeys got their weapons back.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. After what, 5
Yeah.
years?
Yeah, seriously.
Now, in reality, that's just because they're famous. Like, if they were just regular people like you or I, that ain't gonna happen.
Sure.
But I'm glad they
But
got
I'll
it back.
still take this win.
Mech Bomb, this is actually a pretty fun game. It's better than I had initially thought. Like, when I did the intro to this video, I was like, yeah, it's just kind of sloppy, but no, it's actually pretty good. I mean, I know we're in an arena right now, but we were still going through a level without a lot of stops, so I'm pretty happy. You can shoot 2 rounds in a Spaz 12. The Turks are apparently coming out with one. Was this round coming or a gun so fast it was blue? I don't think so. I think you could really have such a thing. And the recoil would be ridiculous. Talking about recoil, there's an awesome video on Forgotten Weapons. Back when Forgotten Weapons was still kind of pure and they weren't constantly shilling their own streaming platform. It's where Ian McCollum shoots an 11-bore flintlock. And it's, it racks him back a bit. I kind of
Nunya makes a really good point. So many games from like the 90s and early 2000s, the alternate fire on the Spaz was always firing 2 shells at once.
I guess they thought the mag tube was like another barrel.
Yeah, apparently.
think that's why they said they did it for Half-Life and Half-Life 2.
Which doesn't make a lot of sense because it's like that's not a barrel; it's a tube. Oh yeah, and Cyrus, that was the McCluskeys. Gun Jesus, Gun Jesus, unfortunately, shields a lot of his own supply these days. He still does good content, but he's definitely more commercial. We've got evil Stephen Blum here, people. This was on the PS3, although I don't know if you can emulate it or not. Although I don't know why you would, since you can just play the PC version.
Speaking of that, I tried emulating Jedi Academy on Zemu, and woo, they still haven't gotten the emulation right for that yet.
Damn. But Xbox, I think, just isn't quite as popular as the PlayStation, unfortunately. Damn PlayStation
Probably
people.
not. Zemu gets updated pretty quickly, though.
Our
Nice.
PSS3 has come a long way.
Unfortunately, Transformers Dark of the Moon, I know other people haven't had this problem, but for me, when I go into the actual campaign, everything is purple.
Huh. Could be your graphics card.
Could be.
Because sometimes it's graphics card specific. I had that
Oh.
problem until I got this NVIDIA card a few years back.
I forget, which one do you got now?
Wait, what did you say?
I forgot which card you got now.
I got the 2060 Super.
Oh, nice.
I should probably upgrade one day, but like I mainly just play classic games anyway, so it's like, why waste the money right now?
Yeah.
About to be saved by not... I almost said JD Vance. Alex Vance. Not Alex Vance.
My.
Now, I will admit, this is one of the hotter video game females, though. A little too wafy for my taste, but... I don't know. She looks pretty hot to me.
John, I do hope that it changed for the better. But it could also be because I'm outside on my patio and not inside.
You're outdoors right now. Fair enough.
Mere 12?
Or you could be hearing Chico.
Yeah, because we got two people in the chat tonight.
I do
Let's see,
have
what
a
was that?
cat in the background playing with a toy.
Well, thankfully, Discord does a really good job of outside noise suppression.
Thankfully.
But yeah, in-range TV used to be good, but the content on in-range TV just isn't as good as it used to be. Like, irrespective of the politics of Carl Casarda, it's just not as good. It's not as funny. The story of this game is literally being told right now, but you probably can't hear it. In short, the Russians invented this special element called Element 99, and it gave them all kinds of science fiction technology, and it allowed them to take over the world. Yeah, I guess it's kind of like, I guess Wolfenstein New Order might have ripped this off a little bit, you know? So, I don't know. An evil scientist uses super technology to take over the world. Instead of the Germans, it's the Russians. It is very different, though, I guess you could say. So our objective is to stop the Singularity.
Thank God the Russians didn't find the dat you should.
Yeah, they would have just put a lot of diesel.
And super concrete.
The game takes place, I think, like in 2010 or something. This game came out like in 2010 or 11. An alternate 2010. A
Hey,
two-way
John.
communicator with GPS. Oh my God, when will we get one of those?
Hey, John. I posted the video of the ending of the Wasp War, and somebody put a GIF in the comments section of Palpatine saying, "You have done well."
Nice. Hate wasps.
Who's John?
Say it again?
Who's John?
I don't know. Some guy.
That's a real person name.
No, but people already have
yes.
seen my name. You know, it's kind of funny. I thought I would hide in plain sight, and it's worked. Because people think that the screen name is the real name or the fake name. I don't know. I used to put my full name in videos back when I thought people cared.
I always thought your name was Ezekiel Thaddeus.
No, that's just my fake non-existent brother.
Damn it, Ezekiel.
John Carter of Mars, man, I liked that movie. John Carter came out around 2010, and nobody cared about it, and it was a massive flop. There was a guy, I don't remember what his name, Guy McGuy, we'll call him. He was an actor who almost had a career, but every movie he was in flopped. John Carter, Battleship, and ultimately he just disappeared. He kind of looked like a discount, what the hell is that guy's name? Discount Aquaman. That guy, whatever the hell his name is.
Oh.
Yeah, he had long hair, kind of a muscle-bound physique.
Momoa?
Yeah.
Jason Momoa.
But there was a guy who looked kind of like him, but sadly didn't get a career. I have not read an L. Ron Hubbard book, but I know Gramps did at one point, but I can't remember which one it was. Okay, we want to upgrade. Clip upgrade? I always find it funny, like, quick reload. How does the gun get upgraded? Wouldn't that be you that would get upgraded?
Video game logic, man. It hurts my brain.
You know, if there's one thing I got to give credit to, like, the Splinter Cell series for, when you got the ability to upgrade, like, your, like, reload speed, it wasn't the gun that got the upgrade. You just got better gloves that allowed you to be more nimble.
I mean, that makes more sense than just, you know, you're slightly faster. Taylor Kitsch was his name. Yeah, poor guy. He wasn't even a bad actor. It's just every movie he was in was terrible. Although John Carter wasn't bad, though. I thought it was okay. It drug in the middle. But I guess it makes sense why it would fail. Let's see.
I thought the same thing.
And yeah, that was my full name. That is my full name, actually. I used to put it in the videos because, like, James Rolfe used to do it. And I figured, like, if somebody really wanted to hunt me down, they could do it with whether I put out my name or not, you know. And somebody did once. They found my real phone number and called the house, you know.
Okay.
I mean, if this wasn't Texas, I'd be really worried. But, you know, it's Texas, so I'm not really scared about some random, you know, nerd trying to bust down the door. So that comes from my great grandfather. That was his first name. He's the only one of my family who ever thought that New York was cool. Back in 1925, I found an old letter of his that he wrote to somebody whose name I can't remember at the moment, talking about, oh, New York is the greatest place ever, man. He didn't exactly word it like that, but I know. It's like, I guess New York must have been great to live in 1923 when that letter was written.
Sinatra seemed to like it.
So, yeah. John Carter failed because Disney just bought Star Wars and they sabotaged it. Aw. That's BS.
Yeah, you used to, didn't you put like Theopolis Laboratories in some of your old videos?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was clever. You know, like Jet Propulsion Laboratory, you know, that sort of thing.
It was cool.
These days, nobody cares about, like, names, so it's just General Lotz and just stick with that, you know. It's just how
I'm
it
just
is.
mad.
I just figure, like, what's the point? You know, people find people's real names and homes anyways. And it's like, why even beat around the bush? Uh-oh. We have a boss. It's Boss Nass. No.
Boss Nass.
I still say episode 1 is terrible. I know people love that movie for some reason now, but when I saw it, I was not impressed.
Well, I mean, I know you're a little older than me, but for me, it was mainly my dad had a VHS tape for episode 1, where before the movie even began, it was like a special features VHS that showed basically kind of like the development of the movie before the movie. And every time I watched it, I was like, "Oh yeah, my favorite part."
Huh.
So
I didn't know that there was a episode 1 with the tape with that in there, because I have like the earliest. Yes, I have a VHS tape of episode 1, but mine didn't have that, so that would have made it a little more bearable.
I'll see if I can find it. I think my
20
dad gave
years.
it to me.
Wait a second.
Are you talking Star Wars?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Do you remember in the 90s when they kept coming out with like they would have like a re-release of the new VHS? This one now has Dolby Surround. And then like 6 months later, it's like, well, this one has Dolby Surround and a director's commentary. And people would replace their VHS copies like 10, 15 times. It's like, it's the same movie, you idiot.
Yeah, but see, like, if people really love the movie, they will pay it, you know? We were poor back then, so I had the original, like, 4x3 Star Wars, and then when, in 1995, for Christmas, I got the special edition, and we were happy to have it. It came in, like, a gold box with a big sleeve and everything. It was awesome. And I did get to see...
My dad has that one.
Awesome. I did get to
I
see...
did.
Wait a second.
I did poor as well. And I'm not shitting you when I said the most of the movies we had, the tape said TDK on it, and then there was a piece of Scotch tape that said like speed,
Wow.
and there was commercials.
Commercials. I also did get to see episode 4 in theaters, which was kind of cool.
Ooh.
But I really wanted to see Empire
Jar
Strikes
Jar
Back.
Binks one.
Again?
Are those the Jar Jar Binks ones?
No, it's the real one.
No, I mean, is that the era with like Anakin, Jar Jar /
Just before the special edition came out, I think maybe 2 years before episode 1 did.
Ooh, super credits.
Remember when the hype surrounding episode 1, especially for Taco Bell? Yeah, I remember that. Avatar is a John Carter ripoff. Yeah, I can see that. Avatar was terrible. I hated Avatar. I did watch it once in 2010, and I kept thinking of other movies I'd rather be watching, like King Kong or Iron Man 1, not, you know, Dances with Blue Furries.
That's basically what it was.
Jar
The
Jar's
only
Lollipop.
redeeming-
Oh, man.
The only redeeming feature Avatar had is that Sam Worthington did a voice.
Let's see.
No.
Commentaries for the first 3 Bond movies on Laserdisc. People love Laserdisc these days.
My dad still has a Laserdisc player.
Did any of the discs actually work, though?
Yeah, he has. Back then, it was just Star Wars, so he has the original 1977 Star Wars. And then he also has it on beta tape too.
Oh no, beta. But yeah.
Oh shit.
An RPG FPS, the higher your firearms points, the faster and more tactical your reload animations are. That'd be kind of hilarious.
Hi, Ivan. Go lay down, kitty.
Oh, I was shooting the ghost. But Avatar is basically humanity goes to like this planet so they can get unobtainium for some reason. I think like it's for the faster than light drive. There's blue furries that don't want people to like mine their planet, and then Sam Worthington comes in because he's differently abled, and they offer him like new legs or something if he'll like join his mind with like the Na'vi and like talk to him, I think.
Yep, as well as Sigourney Weaver.
It's basically a anti-colonial story where like they have a mineral that they want, and they go to war against the Na'vi to get it, and Sam Worthington is handicapped, but his avatar can walk, run, and jump. So he defects when he gets some of that blue furry sexy times.
Okay, that's what I thought. I knew there was some kind of furriness.
Yeah, it's basically just, the whole, they have something we want, so we'll take it, and the evil military is just gonna ruin this planet. I hate stories like that.
And I think like the character like Major Sergeant something or other, some guy named Quidditch, he came back in the second movie as a Na'vi, and he's got like a kid and something like that. Okay, so they offer him the job of being an avatar because his brother was a member. It's like, that's kind of lame, but whatever. It's kind of funny that movie became so popular that people had, what was it, like Pandora fatigue or something because they wanted to live on the planet, or it was some weird ass shit like that.
Yeah.
It was basically the Caucasian Wakanda.
Okay.
Interesting wording, but yeah.
Wakanda.
That's what it was.
Wakanda.
See, like Kaiser is
yes.
a cool dog name. That actually does work for a dog, I think.
My friend's dog was named Kaiser.
Kaiser
von
Barfed. Oh, look, a new doodad on your hand.
Yeah. I mean, this was very popular in 2010. We got the TMD, man! We can, like, revert the age of objects.
By the way, Sigourney was wasted on Avatar, by the way.
Somehow that woman is still attractive despite the fact that she's in her 70s. I'm just saying, would.
Who's that woman who they brought, the Freaky Friday, the mom?
I know who you're talking about, but can't remember.
Yeah, I know they brought her back for it, but the promo was literally her talking about the movie, half exposed, at least in the chest area.
Oh my.
It's like,
Jamie
no,
Lee
we
Curtis
don't.
would.
Oh, is that her name?
Yeah. You might have to bring.
Good.
I don't care if they're in their 70s. You might have to bring your own lubrication, but would.
They look like they sagged all the way to her feet.
I'm not knocking your taste or anything. You're totally entitled to it. I just never found Jamie Lee Curtis to be all that attractive.
Ugh. For shame. You have to go sit in the wasp room now.
God damn it.
But
That
no,
would be
it's
much
like,
of a punishment. They're all dead.
but I would totally.
Rubbed me the wrong way.
Oh my.
No pun intended.
The 90s Lost in Space? Yeah, I love that movie. I used to watch it all the time. Back in the 90s. It was pretty good. I mean, it's a movie that people like to hate on, especially like Nostalgia Critic, but I thought it was all right.
You ever watch Trading Places?
Yes.
Was Jamie Lee Curtis in that?
Yes, she was very hot.
Okay. Yeah, she was.
I'll tell you this, though. It was after a hurricane here, and me and my family were doing the refugee thing in College Station because the power had been out for like a week and we didn't know when it was going to come back on. And the TV was playing that particular movie. And I did not remember that there was some sexy times in it, and that was very awkward. I think you actually see like a little bit of Jamie Lee Curtis boob in that.
You do.
Ooh, that was a splatter. You must have thought about it. But yeah, you saw a little bit of that. That's very awkward, you know. I know, evidently, according to the slop merchants, like Gen Z doesn't like there to be like sexy time in movies. It's like, well, for me, I don't like it just because you don't want to immediately get like, you don't have to feel awkward, you know. God damn
yeah.
it. Got blasted. I think Godzilla 1998 is actually better than people think. It's pretty alright.
I miss the 90s when movies would just have a random nude scene for no reason other than just, hey, here's some tits.
I know, it's like Predator 2's the worst. You know, smash cut to this chick riding a guy. It's like, imagine you don't know that. Imagine like the whole family is gathered around the TV, they've got popcorn, then boom, that. It's like, oops.
Let's see. Oh, Christ. What was that? Demolition Man had it.
Yeah.
Under Siege had it.
Diane Keaton. I have no idea who that is. I'll have to look her up. And yeah, intelligence is very attractive. Damn you, Riot Shield. I'll shoot your arm off. It can be open pickle jars now. Or fapperooing either. Or, as they say, gooning. Pfft. I've been saying fap for 35 years. Actually, I haven't been saying that for 35 years, but still.
Damn, John, you ain't even 35 yet, are you?
No, I'm 36 now. Gonna be 37 next year. Where does the time go? This is why you... I don't know if I was supposed to shoot him or not, so I just did.
I agree, Nunez. Under Siege was too short. That cake scene should have went on for another 5 minutes.
Your sister wanted to watch Titanic. I didn't know there were any Kate Winslet boobs in that.
I don't believe there are.
Oh, yeah. When he draws...
Oh, when he draws her naked.
Draw me like you draw your French girls.
Yeah. Females love that Titanic. I've never seen it because I'm not a female. I don't even identify as one. I identify as a meat popsicle.
A meat popsicle.
Yeah, okay, Bruce.
See, like, I actually dated this really introverted girl once. And she'd be like, I don't feel like humans now. And I'm like, well, think of me as a meat popsicle. It didn't work, but whatever.
Damn it.
Beresov.
Wouldn't a meat popsicle technically be a hot dog?
I don't know, maybe.
Be a glizzy.
If you say glizzy, I swear to God, I will find you and I will hurt you.
I hate that name.
And I don't even know what it is.
It's a hot dog.
Oh. Well, Smacks rules over Nate. I'm glad you're happy. Or whatever else that word might mean.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Raise the Titanic. I read the book, but I've never actually seen the movie.
Stupid Tesla tower.
Right at the end of the Titanic, threw the diamond in the ocean. You know, here's the thing. You know, it's her diamond. If she wants to throw it in the ocean, it's her right to do it. You know? I get that, like, people get pissed off about that these days, but I'm like, you know, it's her diamond. She can use it for whatever she wants. I mean, yeah, it's not like... It's not exactly kosher, I suppose, but at the same time, you know... It's like, people have a right to do what they want with their property, and so if she wants to waste it on, you know, nothing, go for it. Okay, what am I supposed to do here? Oh, I'm just supposed to, like, fly through the... Fly through here with the greatest of ease. This is kind of a neat concept. I mean, I don't really know why you would need a gun like this, and it would not really be that useful. Like, do you really need your gun to go back in time? I remember that movie, that Spooderman movie. Not Brave New World. Oh, what the hell is that called? Far Away Home? Something like that.
Oh, Far From Home.
It's the first one. Homecoming, that's what it is.
Okay.
And they got
Brave
like
New World, that's the stupid Hulk one.
Wait a second.
That's the stupid Hulk one.
Is he in it? I just know the one that with Michael Keaton. And Michael Keaton was selling all that alien technology, and like one of the criminals like, I don't want my gun to send it back in time. I just want to kill somebody. It's like, yeah, I don't need my rifle to go back in time.
Yeah, that was the first standalone Spider-Man movie in the MCU.
Okay, I haven't seen that since it came out. Almost 10 years ago.
What is
Damn, really?
this? Why is the sniper rifle movable?
I like that.
know.
That's cool.
We're going back in time to shoot people in the face.
We're gonna take you back to the past
To shoot you in
to
the
shoot
ass.
some people when they're acid.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, geez. Okay, I'm stupid. Apparently I don't see things right in front of me.
Welcome to my world. What's your opinion on CGI Dr. Smith and Lost in Space? I mean, when he turns into the Spider-Man, the Spider Monster Man, I thought it was kind of cool. It's kind of a creepy design.
Wasted opportunity for slang for donuts? You talking about glizzy?
Yes.
It's the first time I ever heard that. I'm out of the loop on a lot of this stuff because I just don't care.
I only really know of it because of Lethal Company. You can literally find one just laying on the floor, and it's apparently worth money.
Huh.
And it flops when you pick it up and you move.
See, like back in the old days, I never used slang like at all. And so I actually had, when I was 18, I'll never forget this. One of my fellow band members, because I was in the band, was all like, you talk like the ye oldie days. It's like, damn straight, motherfucker. Although I didn't talk like that back then, though. I did not swear. I thought I was above that.
I thought it was kind of neat to swear, but at the same time, I was... Just imagine Shia LaBeouf from... yeah, that iRobot.
He was an iRobot? Man, that was a long time ago since I saw that, but...
He's an iRobot.
When he would cuss, he sounded really stupid.
It was actually an early role for him, too. You know who I'm kind of glad fell off the map for movies?
Huh?
Do you remember Justin Long?
Justin
No.
Long?
Oh, yeah, I know who you're talking about.
I could not stand him.
Justin Long.
He was in Die Hard 4. He was the hacker that Bruce Willis had to protect.
I haven't seen Die Hard for a while.
He was in the Zack and Mary Make a Porno movie. He was the gay guy.
That makes it even more... I don't know that.
He was in Strange Wilderness.
I didn't watch that either.
Stranger Wilderness
Okay.
thing. Let's see. What is a book you read that was boring and you stopped reading? Rise of the Federation, Book 1 for Star Trek Enterprise. Oh my god, it just went on and on and on and on. I gave up on it. And I wanted to know what happened. Was Derry... Oh, I know who Justin Long is. Yeah, the kid in Jeepers Creepers. And come to find out the director was the real Creeper. And I think, like...
I know.
Inappropriately engaged in activities with, I
Oh,
think,
that
Justin
guy.
Long himself.
He was in a movie where he got turned into an actual walrus.
Ugh.
Yep, Tusk.
I know it. I know that movie, but I would never watch it. I do not need that in my brain.
He was in Dodgeball.
You can dodge
Yes.
a wrench, you can dodge a ball.
Niam Chomsky. I said that wrong.
I thought it was a joke. Noam Chomsky. Wait, is that the one from Left 4 Dead 2, or is that another person? The thing about Jeepers Creepers, though, is the monster design looks a lot like an enemy from a TV show called Farscape. The Scarens is what they were called. They're these big, like, snarly aliens that the main character had to fight.
10-minute warning for me, General.
All right. Oh, yeah. Today's Sunday, isn't it?
I gotta head in early today.
You gotta
Work
go
today?
Yeah, because Triple X here, he's a fireman medic guy. He's like you're a captain now. He's a captain now, so he's got to make sure all the shaved tail loot don't burn down the station.
Right.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Look at me. I'm the captain now.
But Jeepers Creepers, man. See, that movie would have been ended if, like, one of those kids had like, a gun. It could have shot him in the face. I mean, yeah, he'd healed, but whatever. I can't imagine going on a road trip without a gun. That is one of those things, like, how could you do that?
You got the map. You got the snacks. You got the strap. All right, let's go. We're good.
I mean, you say that like a joke, but, like, well, we don't have a map. You just use GPS these days. But, like, yeah, like, why would I not?
Wasn't Tremors like Jeepers Creepers? Wasn't a similar type of movie?
No.
No.
It
I don't mean like similar type of... Sorry, go ahead.
No, the creeper is actually sapient, whereas the monsters and Tremors were not. They were just giant worms.
Oh.
Excuse me. They identify as graboids.
That's a giant fucking worm. But yeah. But the graboids were not sapient. They just ate people, whereas the creeper would, like, harvest, like, bodies to, like, keep itself young. So it's a lot, well,
Okay.
creepier.
Makes sense.
Oh, Captain, my
I
Captain.
did exactly that. I have no shame in admitting that.
It's, of course, very much a ripoff of Half-Life, except it's actually fun. I mean, Half-Life is my god. I worship it daily.
Yes, Gabe Newell's a genius.
I actually looked something up about Mr. Newell. He was 35 years old when Half-Life 1 was released. Now, I don't know, did he work on Half-Life 1 or did he just own the company? I don't remember, but...
I have no clue.
I believe that was the Randy Pitchford years, too.
Damn.
How the not so mighty have fallen.
Pretty much.
I'll never forgive him for what he did to Colonial Marines.
Yeah.
15 years of hype for that bag of shit.
Okay, never mind.
But see, like, Texas is not some place that you're just gonna, like, when you go on a road trip in Texas, you pretty much just stay in Texas, so all the laws are pretty much the same. It's like, it's not like a small state like Vermont or something, you know? If you're gonna leave the state, like, that's a major undertaking. I have not left this state since 2014.
That, the way you chuck those explosive barrels was ripped straight from Half-Life 2.
I'm not surprised. This game kind of ripped off a lot of things, but it's actually good. I mean, never mind.
That was the only fun, to me, the only fun gun in the game was a gravity gun.
I can't play Half-Life anymore without thinking about Gary's mod.
The Gears mod's actually fun too, but like, ugh, Half-Life 2, the boat makes me sick every time.
I really expected more with Half-Life 2, to be honest.
Like motion sick?
Crap. Damn you ghosts.
He was asking you a question, General.
Oh, what? Second?
I said like motion sick?
Yeah. Makes me want to throw up. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. Like, I cannot play that without wanting to vomit.
Fair enough.
It's something about the frame rate or something. I don't remember what it was. And there's no fix everything for Colonial Marines. There's some AI fixes, a few graphical things, but it can't fix that shit story. I have not seen the Gabe Newell interview. He collects knives, huh? Nice. I never was a knife guy, though.
I will say this on behalf of Colonial Marines is I did like that Michael Biehn saw the writing on the wall and if they were just, going through the motions. So he was like, yeah, I'm just phoning this in then. You're not getting my A game.
Yeah, me and Chico here a few years back actually played through all of Colonial Marines, and my God, it was fun to play it with friends, but it was not a good game.
I remember that.
Okay. What happened to the mushroom cloud the size of Nebraska? Just to go back there and everything, like what, a few chairs are knocked over.
Yep. It is bullshit what happened.
Blood Dragon was
Clever joke, but it didn't work.
Michael Biehn game.
What did you say, Chico?
Oh, I was trying to think of a clever joke, but I couldn't word it right.
No. You'll have to go back to the washroom and just watch the sequel trilogy again.
Ugh, kill me.
I've never seen the first or second movies. I went to see Rise of Skywalker with my mother just to say I went to a Star Wars movie again. And it was pretty bad.
If you're going to watch any of them, watch at least Force Awakens, because you can see where it's basically just A New Hope all over again. But it had, you could see the potential for something okay, but then the Last Jedi, because they switched directors in between the movies, it was what's his name for the episode 7. Then they switched over to the guy who absolutely hates Star Wars and Star Wars fans for the next one.
Yeah,
and then the guy
Johnson.
Yeah, I would like to say something else for his name, but anyway, Johnson, and then you got what's his name? Who he directed Star Trek, the newer Star Treks.
Jar Jar.
J.J. Abrams.
Yeah, Abrams. He did episode 7, and then Johnson said, "Yeah, I don't like what you're doing. I'm changing it, just to spite you." And then when he came back for episode 9, he was trying to redo what he had done previously, but Johnson kind of said, "Yeah, fuck you."
That sounds about right for Hollywood these days.
Yeah.
General, alas, it is time.
All right, go kick the asses of a bunch of lieutenants.
Yes, I must retire for the evening, but I wish you all the very best tonight. Everyone in the chat, I thank you. It's good to see you on this sneaky Sunday. General, Chico, and everyone, have a great night. Happy Labor Day.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's laborious day. Tomorrow, at least.
This weekend has gone by way too fast.
Yeah, it always does.
Till next time, everybody. Bye.
Be careful out there.
Yeah.
And tomorrow will fly by even faster.
Probably.
Yeah, I dug out a old model I did back in 2008. It's the biggest model I ever did. It's a 1/350th scale NX01 Enterprise. It's going to the storage room because I have no room for it, even with my new shelves. But it's way better than I remember. I love that thing. But it's huge. Like, it's a giant ship.
I did like how it looked in the picture you sent me.
Thanks. I actually like it more than I had remembered. Because I remembered the paint not looking nearly as good as it does. Yeah, I used to have it on display in this room, but unfortunately, the setup I had, it ended up falling off the goddamn shelf. Because the shelf wasn't really up there that good. This is all years and years ago. We're talking like 2008, 2010, something like that. It fell off of there. Thankfully, the glue I used was good. It only lost 1 nacelle and 1 impulse engine, but after that, I just put it up in a box. Yeah, the NX-01 gets a bad rap just because the show never really was able to hit its stride. By the time it did, it got canned halfway through the 4th season, so...
No, Force Awakens was where the problem started, unfortunately.
Yeah, in 2015, I had 0 interest in watching that movie because I was dealing with all kinds of crap, so it's like, I don't want to watch it. I was so afraid it was going to be good, and thankfully it wasn't.
Yeah.
One of those things like, what if it is good? What if the EU wasn't as good as I thought it was? Like, nope, never mind. If Lucas did Empire Strikes Back, it probably wouldn't be as good.
The EU is forever my canon. I don't care what Disney fans say.
Yep. I don't think Disney fans are even fans. They just say what they have to say to show their loyalty to the mighty Kathleen Kennedy.
Speaking of EU, the Black Series Rendar figure should be shipping out tomorrow.
Ah, they gave him a really big chin.
Yes, they did.
Looking like Jay Leno in that thing.
I have 3 Rendar, no, 4. There's a big one that they released with Prince Shizor, even though I used to call him Zizor.
That's better than what I said. Exor.
Exor.
So it's like, yeah, it's Exor. Just pronounce it X.
I hate that speeder bike level with the fabric of all of my being.
It is pretty rough. I mean, I played it so much I could play it in my sleep, so it's not that bad for me. But yeah, it is pretty bullshit. It is pretty BS.
I was watching back when the Angry Video Game Nerd did a thing called James and Mike Mondays. They played through the whole thing, and it took, I think, like an episode and a half for them just to beat that level.
Yeah, because the way I look at it is, I can kind of give it a pass just because you got to consider that was like one of the first times such a thing was ever done. So yeah, it makes sense why it was kind of shad.
Yeah.
They were really pushing it to the limit and walking along the razor's edge. Is the guy that found your phone and called you still a fan? I don't know. I have no idea. Here's the scary part. I think that guy was like a teenager, like 16 or 17 back in 2010. That guy's almost 30 now. For all I know, he is married and has completely forgotten how the internet even works.
Now, why can't I hear anything now, Buggers?
Wait, second.
Oh, I can't hear anything in Helldivers right now because whenever I change my headphones, it says, "Oh, wait, no, you did this." Oh, no, you can't hear anything.
I hate it when that happens. Lucas felt burnt out after directing A New Hope and had to run Lucasfilm. That makes sense. I mean, didn't he have a heart attack?
Wait, who had a heart attack?
I think George Lucas had like a heart attack when he was doing A New Hope. I think.
Oh, damn.
I could be misremembering that though.
I would definitely hope not. I mean, I think he was in his 30s.
Yeah,
but, I mean,
Lucas is getting old now. Oh my God, is the creepy guy actually John Doe? We'll find out tomorrow on.
Don't meet your heroes, don't bother celebrities if you're a fan.
You gotta be careful. Like, you don't necessarily have to do that, at least in my opinion. You just gotta, like, what kind of person do you think a celebrity is going to be? Like, you wouldn't necessarily want to meet like, what's that famous woman with the jeans? Taylor Swift or something? Is that Taylor Swift? She was. It's some famous person like.
Jeans.
Yeah, there's like a jeans commercial that everybody said was the Newtsies. Yeah, Sydney Sweeney. Like, I can't imagine meeting her would be that enjoyable. I mean, I picture her being kind of conceited.
Oh, who's the guy who was in Mall Cop?
Paul, not Paul Blart. That's the character's name. I can't remember what his name is. His real name.
Oh, don't do that dropship. Somebody will say in the comment section, probably.
If I jump up here, no, I don't. This is a part that I always kind of get confused at because this is still Raven Software, even though they're making like a 2010 game.
He's a dick.
Complicated. William Gibson's Twitter, and it made me depressed. Basically, if you're popular and people like you, yep. Kevin James was the Paul Blart guy.
Yeah, supposedly he's a real dick to his fans.
No. See, I don't really consider myself like that different from just like regular people. I just make videos on the internet where I talk about video games and books, so I don't feel like people gotta like think I'm Mr. Great Man, you know?
Somebody sees you at a convention, be like, "Holy shit, it's General Lotz!"
Yeah, I really don't know if I'd like that because, like, do I really deserve that? Just a guy. I'm Alan Guy.
I mean, yeah. I still have under 8,000 subscribers, but like I said last time, I still have videos that I have yet to publish, but I'm like, do I even want to now?
Yeah, if you do the work, you might as well.
Yeah.
Michael Crichton. That would be kind of interesting. Most of the celebrities are realistically just people that were found and are successful. But they're still just human beings. They're not any special. Any better than you or I.
I'm going to say, holy shit, it's General Lotz, whether you like it or not.
Like, and we gotta fight the Time Ogre. It's the Time Ogre.
Yeah, I think I've played enough Helldivers for the night. I've pretty much unlocked all the Halo weapons except for the shotgun and the title of Rookie.
That's pretty awesome. I would play it now, especially since it does have Halo stuff in it. Most of the time with these celebrities, you can't really talk about politics because for a lot of them, they have to do it because of they have to show the pass the loyalty test, essentially.
Pretty much.
They have to say it. See, I've always been politically the same my entire life. So, when I was 12 years old, I started reading a lot of history books. I belonged to the History Book Club. Because, yeah, I'm a fucking nerd. Boom, motherfucker. This is a very easy boss fight. Because it's 2010.
What's a boss fight in 2010?
Exactly. I mean, this is still better than most. I mean, Raven Software pretty much still had some idea of what they were doing.
Fair enough. It'd be nice if Raven Software made a new Star Wars game.
That would be the greatest thing ever. Assuming they actually had actual, developers and were just a name.
Come here. Indy, come here.
Is Killzone part of Helldivers still there? I don't know what that means.
Oh, there was a collaboration with Killzone and Helldivers. Yeah, it's still there.
Yeah, I'm gonna eventually play Killzone, but I haven't gotten into that series.
Some of the armor is very Killzone inspired. They got a helmet that's basically on the cover of Killzone. I think there's some armor that looks pretty similar as well.
Huh. Did you believe the only Killzone game I've ever really played is the one for the PSP?
Huh. I've never played any Killzone games.
Yeah. It was a Halo killer that tried and didn't really succeed.
Oh, hey, Psychic Mario is on Helldivers right now.
Wow, he's in his early or mid-20s now, I think.
Huh? I'm 27.
Yeesh. Where does it go?
Shit, 2018
I suspect the
was...
reason so many celebrities are so miserable is because they have to be phony and they wake up hating what they see in the mirror. Yeah. It can't be good. It's like when everything you say and do is like, has to be calculated. I wouldn't do it. Because money is great, but you gotta live your life sometime.
Yeah. Speaking of, quote-unquote famous people, I was in Boogie 2988 server for a little while on Discord, and I was talking to some people, and the one night he hops into one of the chats. I'm like, oh, okay. So, I mean, he wasn't that bad to talk to, but at the same time, I was like, oh, I don't, okay, yeah, okay.
You're kind of trapped in there with a madman or a really sad person.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's never fun.
But I was like, oh yeah, the way I found you was the Francis videos of you smashing the shit out of everything.
Uh-oh.
He's like, oh, that's how a lot of people say they found my stuff. I was like,
Oh,
gee,
I
I
thought he'd be
wonder.
annoyed at it. It's like, I'm more than just Francis, man.
I don't think at the time he cared that much.
Okay. Because there's some people who are famous for one thing and they hate that.
Yeah, he seemed alright with it at the time.
Huh. There's an actor named Werner Kemper who played the Colonel Klink character in Hogan's Heroes. He had an interview from the year 2000 when he was like 85, and he was talking about how happy he was that people recognized him as Colonel Klink because he knew what paid those checks.
Yeah.
The Boogie, he got famous, made a lot of money, and then wasted it all on hookers.
Oh yeah, he did do that, didn't he?
Yeah, I've seen the clip of like a bed for me and a bed for my hooker. It's like, wow, why live stream that? Why do that?
Oh my.
And I saw like a clip from like this documentary on him that like apparently he was so disgusting, the hooker actually left prostitution and became like and actually got married and had kids.
Oh my.
Well, if you look at him, like imagine that guy naked.
I don't want to see that.
I mean, yeah. Like, I don't think any amount of money could make that not disgusting. So that's, I can see why the girl decided to leave prostitution, and yeah.
General, I would like to sleep tonight. Thank you.
It's like, ugh. Yeah, it'd be nice if Raven could escape, but not in this gaming type of thing. Boogie was the rehabilitation method. You never asked for it, one we deserve. Yeah, it's like, ugh.
Where do I can't hear anything?
Oh, I need to like fix the junction boxes here, so I can like shock the shit out of the time zombies.
I haven't been able to hear anything this whole time.
Die, time zombies. I mean, you gotta feel bad for those people who actually can do nothing more than just be OnlyFans girls because they're too stupid to do anything else. Or too lazy. Because, you know,
Yeah.
it's not a life you'd want to live, I can tell you that.
No, definitely not. Gun Griffin. Leisure Suit Larry. No, I don't feel like playing that right now.
I can never get into point-and-click adventure games like that.
It's the Xbox version.
Leisure Suit Larry. Now that's a franchise I haven't thought of.
Boogie Naked would have anybody reevaluate their life choices.
That is like an AK crossed with a scar. It looks very heretical, but you know, it's 2010, so it's what it is.
Go get my PS5 controller.
And I'm still using a cheapo X-Bone controller for this. And when I emulate PS3 games, I'm still using the cheapo Chinese X-Bone.
Oh, yeah.
NVIDIA AK.
It's got an RTX 5090 Super on the side, or whatever the max graphics card is right now.
I mean, I don't even know what I'd play with a new graphics card. Once I got this new processor, things run a lot better on this computer. Lizard Suit Larry.
Lizard suit? What? Oh. I should get a new processor. Mine is a bit out of date.
No.
I don't remember what for. There was a certain game I was wanting to play. My can you run it said no, no, no.
Oh, that sucks. I only really wanted a faster processor so I could emulate PS3 games, and it does it well.
I've God of War 3, but I haven't even tried it yet.
I never gotten to God of War games. I imagine it works just because it is a popular game, and so people are going to work hard to get that thing working. Red Rock Candy 360 controller. Nice. All my 360 controllers have died. The sticks lose sensitivity and you're out of luck.
I still got a few.
Yeah, earlier today I built the Luke Skywalker X-Wing. Oh god, am I going to drop it and have it shatter over the place?
I don't.
Come on. There we go. It's not bad. I don't know if it actually can be seen because I can't see what my video feed looks like, but it's not a bad model, but it's kind of bare bones. And I'm actually going to do some custom work on that, try to make it look a little better.
If you want to know how it looks, your camera barely picks it up.
Damn.
It's like the green screen that kind of fades it in and out, kind of.
Yeah, well, I'll have to show it another time, like in a video without the background removal. See, I like the background removal on this because I can just have, you know, dirty socks in the background and not feel bad about it. Or just a wadded up t-shirt on my bed.
Yeah, that's fair.
Okay, let me put this back up here so I don't knock it over and have it shatter into 1,000 pieces. Ugh. Okay.
Speaking of Legos, I'm trying to rebuild the original Lego AT-AT that I had since 2004.
Ooh. I never got one just because I have a Kenner AT-AT, so...
Oh, I mean, like, they had the Snowspeeder that came out in 2004 as well, which is my favorite Lego Snowspeeder because of just how it looks.
Yeah.
So my parents got me the AT-AT while my aunt and uncle got me the Snowspeeder. So it's always fun to knock it down.
Yeah, that is pretty awesome.
id Software escaped Activision. Oh.
Yeah, id Software stuck at the COD mines or Battlefield. Ugh. Please, God, no. Yeah, I always love the Snowspeeder. I've got a Kenner one. I got some of the Action Fleet ones. I always wonder, like, what would Borisov think? He just hears gunshots. It's like, hey, I can give you a key. Fuck that. I'm just gonna shoot the fucking lock off. Yeah, Russian bastard. This kind of has Bioshock and Half-Life 2 vibes. Wait, what are you saying?
We don't need gear, we need a gun.
Exactly. Oh, he's throwing bottles of that. See, it's got a lot of nice little details to it, you know? Why are you aging my safe? Because fuck you, that's why. And then we de-age it, make it young again, and he'll never know. What happened to all my... That's some pretty good animation on waifu here. You know, leaning back. Although her goggle-eyed stare makes me a little worried there, but whatever.
Oh,
Now you gotta
boy,
wonder,
you
like,
guys are knocking everything.
Lego TIE Defender. I still got another one. I still got one from back in the day, I mean.
Oh, what's that website that I came upon? Some brick. Republic Bricks. I like that website. They got a lot of cool stuff on there.
These days I go to just the local Lego stores just down the street, and I can get pretty good prices on them. I got my Star Destroyer. I said we get the Star Destroyer, 2 stands, one for the figures and one for the ship, all for the same price of a new one, and so I'm pretty happy about that. That's what instigated my shelf insanity, because I wanted to put that out on display, and it looks pretty badass.
Ivan, come here.
All right, so since this temporal thing is stuck on your arm, like imagine you wanted to take a shower with this on. I'm just saying, it's like, or if you wanted to do the old fapperoo, that'd be kind of difficult there.
Just think, if it works on flesh, when you get to be 70 some years old, you can reverse the age of your wang.
That's true. A TIE Advanced or a TIE Defender? I'd actually take the TIE Defender.
Oh yeah, the TIE Defender.
I actually have one, but it's one of those stupid Clone Wars era ones.
Clone Wars era?
Yeah, it's something like that. I actually built it on stream a long time ago. I don't know what the control is for this because I wasn't paying attention. How do I bring up the time bubble? Oh, crap. Is this gonna be one of those games that doesn't tell you what the controls are? Okay, here we go.
I can just go back on your stream and see it.
Okay, impulse, anti-gravity deadlock. That's E and pad 10, whatever that is. There we go. I'm gonna use the keyboard for a second. What the hell is pad 10?
It's like pad Thai, but worse.
Wanted to get a Lego store X-Wing fighter. They're still cheap. You can get X-Wing fighters all day long these days just because... Okay, that's ammo. How do we upgrade? Do we have any
God forbid you wipe your ass.
Oh. Would not be a fun experience. But it is like a valid question though, like, is he gonna have to, like, how could he even okay, here's a problem. How do you take the thing off so you can, like, take your shirt off or something? Like, let's say you just want to change clothes. You'd have to cut the clothes off around the arm. It's like, ugh.
Yeah.
That's one of those things that, like, how bad does Master Chief smell after being in his suit for, like, years? It's like feet wrapped in leathery burnt bacon.
Oh, fucking robot chicken.
Yes. I mean, that is one of the best jokes. Oh yeah, we gotta fight the time bugs. I like how Element 99 basically creates, like, every kind of creature imaginable. Time zombies, time ogres. The bug design's not bad. The Venator is a better carrier than the Imperial Star Destroyer because there's more doors for the fighters to come out. I mean, the Venator's weird. Early on, it didn't have that top door for all the ships to come out. That was a later thing, and I don't think it makes much sense. As a massive weak point that I really don't think they would ever design into a ship in the first place. This is the most annoying part of the game, by the way.
Gotta shut this light off. It's too bright down here.
Damn it. Busted.
It's kind of hilarious if you remember the first Clone Wars cartoon. The way it wasn't the Venator. I don't remember what the name of the ships are right now, but the early Clone Wars carriers, they would in the cartoons they had like thousands of gunships come out of each one.
Yep, they had that, and then I think one of them, I don't remember which one it was, but they had like maybe it was the acclimator just land in the water and somehow be buoyant.
Oh yeah, it was the acclimator.
It's like somehow this multi-megaton ship is capable of landing in the water. Damn it, you bastards. Samurai-inspired Star Wars figurines. Yeah, those are pretty cool. Please don't crash Singularity. You can do it. I believe in you.
The unfortunate.
Alright, it still works, but this is, like I said, this is the absolute worst part of the game right here, is because you have to fight these little time bugs, and they can kill you in just a couple of hits, and there's a lot of them. Hey, wait a minute, what if we just ran? Just run past. Okay, that's how you spell. Damn it, you bastards! Branding high power.
Huh?
It is a
Rebel
class.
Assault?
Wait a second.
Oh, somebody's asked me if I have an opinion on Rebel Assault. I have Rebel Assault. I have not played either because, actually, no, I take that back. I played one of them for about 10 minutes, and because the controls were fairly janky for what I'm used to right now, I didn't play it for long. I have to get, adjust the controls to the way I like them. But from the gameplay I've seen, it looks fun.
I played it about the same amount. It just didn't really appeal that much to me, though. And evidently, like, it's not even supposed to run right, because I think it was Rainick. This is like almost 10 years ago now that he mentioned this. Like, it used like some kind of special potentiometer, whatever the hell that means, to run like the controls. Crap. I hate everything. I hate all bugs. Yep, I know it's gonna die. Yeah, the high powers come back into popularity. I bought somebody's old boomer high power that they put a little nail polish on the front sight so you can actually see it. If you can get a burning high power for 1,000, I don't know if I recommend that. I recommend if you're gonna spend a lot of money, just buy a brand new one. They'll be about $700 from FN, and they're gonna be great. Or if you just want to cheap out, you can spend like $300 and just get a Turkish clone. And those things do work. I mean, I guess if you put like 2,000 rounds, 3,000 rounds through them, they'd start, not working right. But not too many people can do that unless they're in competition. Okay, let's just like hold the line. Come on, reload, you idiot. Running past didn't work, but I think if I use like the time loop here. There's a movie that was really popular for a while called Looper, where these people would go back in time to like kill a younger or older version of themselves with like a single shot shotgun. I think it had like Bruce Willis in it. I watched it once and thought it was 100% okay. But it became like a social media phenomenon for a while. If one's CNR eligible, then yeah, you'd have to pay a bit more for that. I remember my local gun shop had one for like $2,000, but it was like, God damn it, you bastard fucking bugs. I hate this game. No, it does not make... Ugh. But yeah, the local gun shop had one for like $2,000, but it was like from 1965, and so it had this beautiful bluing on it.
Okay.
Wait, Rian Johnson did Looper? What? Wow. How do you go from that to Last Jedi?
Good question.
God damn it.
Actually, in TIE Fighter, you don't need a joystick to play it.
I guess like you'd need to like set up like a controller. There's a mod I think that kind of automates that. But I haven't come back to the X-Wing or TIE Fighter games in years.
I played the one where you start as the like family that owns a bunch of YT-1300s.
Wait, which game is
Or
it? I don't remember.
Let me see if I can. I gotta skip the cinematic here. Hold on. Because I pretty much have every single Star Wars game on Steam. It is X-Wing Alliance.
I don't think I ever played that game.
I think it's X-Wing Alliance. Yeah, it's X-Wing Alliance.
Every time I play this game, I'm always stuck on this level. Because these little bug bastards, just too many of them. Roland Emmerich, I've never seen Moonfall, but like without him, we would not have Stargate SG-1. Not that he created Stargate SG-1, but he created Stargate, the first one, so. And Stargate SG-1 is one of my favorite TV shows of all time. Universal Soldier. I liked Universal Soldier. It is great. It is a lot of fun. Gentlemen, lend me your ears. Okay, that did nothing. Okay, they're gonna be sniping me from the rear, and that is not fun. Yep, I can hear them.
So, speaking of Star Wars, though, me and my dad were watching Return of the Jedi yesterday. And
Nice.
the scene where Luke goes absolutely batshit crazy on his dad and chops his arm off, he for a second thought he saw Luke's eyes turn yellow. They didn't. But what would be cool is if somebody made an edit where his eyes did briefly turn yellow and then go back to blue. Like he was tapping into the dark side and then he just, didn't.
But you hear that, Addy-Wan? Get to work. Because that would be pretty awesome.
I know they did that for Ahsoka. They made her eyes turn yellowish red for a minute.
I still can't enjoy that character, though. I mean, she is kind of cute, but ugh. It's such a retcon character, though. It's like, please tell me I made it to a checkpoint. Rotor from 1987. I know what that is. I haven't seen it, but I've heard that it's pretty silly. More of a fan of Stargate the movie than the show. And yet, the show retconned a lot from the movie. Like, the Goa'uld, the fact that Abydos is not, like, across the known universe, but instead, like, the closest planet. I like Stargate because it starts out where they have just the Stargate and MP5s, and it ends with them having a bunch of starships. I've actually got a model of the USAF Prometheus. He can smell you. Oh my god, you should have taken that thing off your arm, dude. The waifu doesn't want to... Needs you to bathe a little bit. Evidently, people have a problem with bathing these days.
Bathing?
Yeah, because I remember, like, back many years ago when I had to go to the office, which is why I'm glad I work from home, a lot of these people were, yeesh. Do these people not have, like, a shower? You're sitting at your desk and this miasma of nastiness briefly chokes you to your knees. You see, Cyrus, like, the idea is that in Universal Soldier, it's just a fun little movie that you watch late night on cable, and you don't really think too much about it. That's the thing. Like, how did they conquer death? Who knows? Who cares? You just enjoy it.
Yeah. There's only a few things about Disney Star Wars that I actually enjoy.
Like what?
I mean, I like the Mandalorian show.
Oh,
That was... I like Baylan Skull and Shin Hati. Those are two characters I enjoy.
Yeah, I can agree with that. I like the art design a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a Sith Trooper costume that I paid way too much money for and put way too much work into to make it look good. And Rise of Skywalker is one of the worst movies of all time. But man, that armor looks fucking sick.
It does.
And I kind of like the kinder, gentler Boba Fett. You can do more with him.
I like the Rancor. That's probably the. I love that.
That was pretty good. I mean, that's the thing. Not every aspect was terrible. Just 99.99% of it.
Yeah. The only thing I actually liked about the Acolyte was the fight between the Jedi Master Soul, basically the Asian guy, versus the Inquisitor. The choreography was awesome in that show, but the story sucked.
Yeah.
Like if you watch the lightsaber duels, they're actually pretty great, especially with Master Soul and the red lightsaber guy. So if you watch, oh good.
I was gonna say like the lightsaber guy. I've heard that he was called like Asian Ezra Miller.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, the lightsaber fights were basically the best part of that show, and yeah, that's if you watch anything from it, just look up the lightsaber fights on YouTube, and that's all you need to see.
I'll take a look at it. I thought they would all just be god awful and terrible, but oh yeah, Helldivers 2 did make it to Xbox.
Oh, you liked the chant? Honestly, I thought the chant was stupid, but to each their own.
The power of two, the power of many.
Oh, yeah, okay.
what is the deal with like witches and shit? You know, why is that popular now? Is all these like 30-year-old movie people still they still have like the mindset of like a teenage girl?
I don't know. I mean, when you had the new animated thing, that the Tales of the Bounty Hunter or whatever, Ventress was one of the bounty hunters for whatever reason instead of Boba Fett. But or no, was it who's she was in Mandalorian and Ahsoka. She's like the main Dathomiri bad lady.
I think I know who you're talking about, but I can't exactly remember.
They showed at one of the clips, or maybe it wasn't Bounty Hunter, but anyway, after the Night Sister got massacred, you had some Light Sisters or whatever that were basically the opposite of the Night Sisters who also lived on Dathomir. It's like, okay, well, you have 2 different classes of witches now. Oh wait, no, now you have 3. I was like, okay, I didn't know Force witches were that prominent in the Star Wars universe.
Yeah. I mean, did you ever read Courtship of Princess Leia?
I did not. Does it have to do with Prince Zizor?
No.
Okay, then no.
Okay, Courtship of Princess Leia is where all the witches comes from in the first place.
Really?
Yeah. And so here's the thing about that. Basically, it was all the Force, not like magic or anything. Mm-hmm. Not only that, but these were basically just backwoods, kind of primitives, and that's why they thought it was magic when it was really just the Force.
Oh, okay.
You had the Night Sisters, but they were just like basically just a primitive tribe, not even really anything with any kind of special powers. You had the Singing Mountain Clan, who were the good guys, but yeah, it was not magic. They were all just primitives that were marooned on the planet by Yoda, I think.
I might have to get Outlaws now because it has space combat.
Ugh, I consider that, but I don't want to do anything Disney related, especially gaming related, because that's more time than I want to spend.
I mean, yeah, the one thing that Disney has also been doing that I somewhat enjoy, I also think it's a little stupid. It's at the same time, but the two of the games that they've come out with in the most recent games, Outlaws has a Rancor fight at Jabba's Palace. At least I think it's Jabba's Palace. And then Jedi Survivor, which I absolutely loved that game. I played through the whole thing on my PS5 before I sold it. Has two Rancor fights. The main one that everybody talks about is when you're stuck in like a pit with a Rancor, and you can actually throw a bone in his mouth where he's temporarily disabled, which is, obviously a homage to Episode 6. But there's another Rancor fight, which is slightly too easy because the Rancor can't get past a certain spot, and you can just throw your lightsaber at him until he dies.
Wow.
But
Yeah,
I want to make a video. It's fun.
Just haven't had a chance to because I got all these games I can play. It's like, where do you even start?
There's another game coming out called Zero Company, which looks like a strategy type game.
A warband called Viper Command.
Viper Commandos.
Yeah, I know nothing about Helldivers 2, but Darth Chico, he's like the Helldivers 2 guy.
Which one was talking about Viper Commandos?
Catacomb 3D was released in 1991. Return to Castle was released in 2001. Yeah, technology moved fast back then. Let's see, 45 ACP or 762. In just pure effectiveness, like 762 Tokarev would be the most like effective, like super powerful, round. But like in terms of like logistics, 45 ACP would be the one you'd want just because there'd be enough ammo for it. Yeah, technology's kind of slowed down. I think the reason why tech has perceived technological innovations have kind of slowed down is just because a lot of the low-hanging fruit has kind of been done. It's hard to go any further.
Yeah.
And it's very expensive. I need to get up there. Where's my box?
I need to acquire Jedi Survivor.
What are Hydra Shock rounds? They're kind of an old, I guess you could call them like a boomer hollow point rounds that were very popular. I don't know if I'll get in trouble for this, but I still have one. Let's see, that's a Hydra Shock. It's just it's just kind of a slightly fancier hollow point. They're not like they're not that much better than a regular hollow point, but you can charge more money for them.
I run VPN time. Oh, I have 1 day left.
1 day for what?
Oh, VPN time.
Oh. But we can't talk about that unless it's NordVPN.
Yeah, I'm not wasting my money on Nord.
You can download anything, including... Wait, no, we can't say that. Go! Ugh, come on.
Including recipes for your favorite fruit snacks.
Okay, come on. I don't think I'm supposed to do that. The deadliest hollow point. I don't think there really is a deadliest. It's one of those things where, like, it gives you incremental things, incremental advantages, I guess you could say. Like, it's not something that... Wait, do we have to, like, de-age this or something? What am I trying to do here? Fix the crane. I love how I kept, like, accidentally turning on that blue thing, but now I can't remember how to do it. Okay, that's how you heal. There it is. Okay, now I know what to do, and knowing is half the battle. There we go. The deadliest hollow point round is the one you shoot out of a rifle. That's how you do that.
Hollow point round, it just splits millions of little lightsabers.
That could work. See, the thing about like hollow points is they have a trade-off in that they have very poor penetration. So if you got somebody like in a heavy coat, it's going to slow it down a lot, so it'll be less effective. All bullets are a trade-off, unless you got like a rifle, and then that's a little different. I remember like back in the 90s, they had, no, it was the 80s. You had this thing called the Black Talons. And the Black Talons were like the most coveted hollow point you could buy. To the point where like they tried to ban them, or they either tried to or did ban them, but then like the company that made them changed the name. And I don't know how good they were. My grandfather told me a story about how at the gun range one day, there was this guy with his girlfriend, and the girlfriend accidentally loaded up a magazine of Black Talons. Now, these bullets were expensive. Like, they were like $20 for like a box of like 20 in like 1982 or something. It was very expensive. Okay, like this was not for the poors. And ultimately, this guy's girlfriend shot through like 2 mags full of these Black Talons. Apparently, the guy, as Gramps would say, had a baby with a dress on. It's like, no! It's like Hank Hill watching his lawn get destroyed. Needless to say, if you're going to go to the range, don't bring your expensive hollow point ammo. Or at the very least, like, if you're bringing your female friend, be sure to mention that don't waste expensive ammo. There are hollow point rifle rounds, and they are effective for hunting. I think the Russians are as powerful as they kind of need to be in the local area that they're in. But they're certainly not this world power just because they don't have the logistics to do anything. Like, for example, they have an aircraft carrier that doesn't even work, that evidently has never worked. You alright over there?
Oh, yep.
Alright. But like, if the Russians were this unstoppable juggernaut, they would have taken Ukraine a long time ago, and, well, they didn't. That whole conflict, I have no idea what's actually going on over there, just because all the propaganda back and forth. Needless to say, we should send Hawk Girl.
And the Hawk Tool there.
Yeah. The Hawk Tua girl. Damn it. Well, they didn't so much lose to Japan. Well, they lost to Japan because they put in the most dumbest commanders they could get. They didn't so much lose to Finland as basically get driven off a little bit. I mean, they still kind of won because they still took a lot of Finnish territory. They took about 1/3 of the land in Finland, but yeah. Kind of like a 40k sort of thing. Is lay defense 308? Yeah, that shit's gonna be expensive. Personally, I like to buy a lot of reloads. Because if you get reputable reloads, it's a good way to save money on ammunition. Used to be all I would shoot is like steel case, but well, that's gone. But whatever. Ammo can get very expensive. If it was actually cost effective, I would reload my own, but like, it really isn't. I did the math. It's like, I could reload my own ammo, and I would save a grand total of no dollars and even less cents. It's like, why not just let somebody else do it?
At that point, yeah. Ow.
There's actually a book that details a war between Russia and China. It's called The Bear and the Dragon by Tom Clancy. I can't tell you if it's good or bad or not. I've read the synopsis for it, and it sounds all right. Ultimately, America comes on the side of Russia for some reason. Oh crap, I'm getting completely annihilated over here. There we go. Best bolt-action rifle that's not military surplus. There's a lot that could actually take that slot. Really, pretty much all modern-day bolt-actions are pretty good. Like the Savage Axis, that's like super cheap, but you can get 2 MOA accuracy out of that. Yeah, Tom Clancy's a little hard to read just because it is very dense. Alright, we've been going for 2 hours. I'm tired. I want to enjoy the rest of my weekend, so I hope everyone has a very good, laborious day. And so I have been General Lotz. And we'll catch y'all another day. And I'm gonna wish you good hunt for Red October, a good Singularity.